driving, so I'm gonna do a video. I was just thinking, you know what? I used to have a cycle of always quitting. That's what it was. I had built a cycle of quitting. I was a quitter. Everything I started, I didn't finish nothing. Only thing I finished was high school. That's it. And that was by the grace of God, because I didn't care. And I was determined to finish that. Because, you know, you just got to finish that, you know. So when I got out of high school, because I had the gift to do hair, you know, braid hair and do hair and stuff, everybody said, girl, you should go to beauty school. That wasn't in my heart, because I ain't like doing other people's hair. I just did mine because, you know, I had to. But I was very creative. So everybody said, girl, you should go to beauty school. So guess what? I went to beauty school. I did. You know, so I went to beauty school trying to be like everybody else. See, I'm not like everybody else. So, but at the same time, I wasn't no punk. I wasn't a punk. So they used to try to bully you at the school. You know, the older girls, like we was freshmen in beauty college, and then you had the sophomore, seniors, and the juniors or whatever. So they used to try to bully the sophomore, the younger, you know, the newer girls. That's what it was. And so one day I came into the break room, and they was in there just calling them girls all names, and everybody just sitting at the table. I'm like, what? So I snapped, crackled, and popped. I started throwing tables and chairs and everything. Scared the heck out of them. That's right. So guess what? Teachers start picking on me. No, you're not gonna disrespect me. You're not gonna pick on me. So I had my little attitude, but I didn't go pick on you, but you weren't gonna pick on me. So guess what? I got put out. That's fine. I got put out. That's okay. So I didn't stop. I went to a different beauty school. Did all of those hours collectively, baby. 1,500 hours. And guess what? Did not even go to take the test. Didn't go to the boards to take the test. I just said, I don't care about this. Quitter. So years passed. From that point on, everything I did, I never finished it. I never held a job at that point more than 6 months. Never made it to a year. Never made it to a year. I would quit every time you turn around. So now by this time, I got a daughter. I had a baby out of wedlock. Wind up meeting Greg. We had a baby. We got married, and then we had 2 more children. So that's all together. That's 4 kids. So here you got this grown woman with all these kids, and she never finished nothing. Thank God she didn't give up on the kids. That's all I'm saying. See, my mind was to take care of my kids, but as far as anything to make my life better, anything to push me out of my nest, I wasn't doing it. I wouldn't do it. I was a quitter. When I started fasting in 2008, the first thing God told me to do, when I first started fasting, he didn't say anything about go finish beauty school. He just let me fast for that year, just really getting just getting my mind right, just getting my mind off of, you know how you got to, that's just like, you cannot have your first baby, well, you cannot have your second baby until you birth out your first baby. You see what I'm saying? You got to do things in order. So God had to get my mind right first, and then what he was doing was delivering me from small things first. See, I didn't know that fasting, he was delivering me from certain things. So what he did was he was breaking off procrastination and laziness, and he was breaking off the mindset of quitting. I didn't know what he was doing. I was just obeying him in fasting. So after a year of fasting, this is what the Holy Spirit said to me. Now go back and finish beauty school. And I couldn't believe it. I don't want to do no hair. I don't feel like being bothered with these people like that, Lord. He said, go back and finish beauty school. And the reason why he had me go back to finish beauty school, because he had to take me to the root all the way when I first started giving up. So you got to finish something in order to break off that not finishing thing, that quitter spirit off you. You got to finish. Once he had me go back to beauty school and finish that, everything took off in my life. I wrote 3 books in 1 month. Then the next year I wrote 12 books. You know, I started setting goals. See, once I finished beauty school and got my license, I was able to set goals. See, I had a different track record. I was a finisher. You got to finish what you start. You got to finish what you start. You got to finish. So what you need to do is go back to God and say, God, what do you want me to finish first? See, I used to write books, never finish. I used to work on my CDs in the studio, never finish. Go to a job, work, never finish. The only thing I would finish is taking care of my home as far as my kids, you know, my husband at the time, and, you know, going to church, and I love the Lord. But it took more than just me going to church and loving the Lord to break those things off of me. I had to fast. I had to step up my game. I had to fast because them devils was not going to move unless I fast and prayed. So the reason why I came on this here to you today with this video, finish what you start. Break off that laziness and that procrastination with fasting. Break off that quitter's spirit with fasting. But it's not going to happen overnight. You got to fast. It took me a whole year to fast before God even said go back and finish beauty school. I couldn't believe it. I was astonished. Beauty school. I want to preach the gospel to the world. And you talking about beauty school? I'm not trying to disrespect God. I'm just saying. But see, God gonna deal with the natural. He know what's wrong. He gonna take you back to the drawing board. So just be ready to go back. Don't get confused when he start dealing with you about past issues. Don't be confused when he tell you to do something that you don't like to do or that you never wanted to do. Just follow his leading. It all works together for a purpose. It might not make sense now, but it will. I promise you it's gonna make sense when he get finished with it. So just go back to the drawing board. And what I mean by that is go back to the basics.